maybe have such a breakthrough season? Do you have any concerns about how he might handle being in the spotlight and have a tremendous amount of success?
I mean, I think it's natural, really, for a lot of your guys to kind of be concerned. But I think the thing that helps us at Clemson is the culture that Coach Sweeney has done such a great job of developing. I mean, every day these guys are, really getting challenged by Coach Sweeney to always get better. It's always about what's next. It's kind of that, he always talks about that windshield mentality. That rear view mirror, what you've accomplished in the past, that's just a very small piece of your vision. You better be looking about what's ahead. And so that mindset has really taken over our team. And I think that's one reason that we've had the 6 years of 10 plus wins, and that high level of consistency is the way that Coach Sweeney and our staff have really trained these guys to think and to not take a lot of time and look in that rearview mirror. If you're driving down the road staring in the rearview mirror, you're going to run off the road and wreck. And our guys have really bought into that. And so I think from a big program perspective, that's kind of the norm, is really not to get caught up in that. And so from that standpoint, it's something that you're always watching and really challenging guys. But from what I've seen from both Deon and Ray, those guys feel like they have a lot to prove, and they do. Neither of those guys have been day one starters going out and having the shoulder of the passing game on them. And so there's a new challenge for them. And even though they both had success at moments, they both feel like they have not gotten close to reaching their potential as a player. And so I've seen both of them have been very hungry in the spring and in the summer. And I just have a feel in the way that Coach Sweeney talks to our team. He'll have our guys, feeling like we have a lot to prove because we do.
Is it fair to say Deon is more of a kind of a mixture of Sammy and Mike Williams?
Yeah, that's.
Does he do both?
I get a lot of those questions, obviously, trying to compare guys. And my big message to my guys and really to anybody who's asked about them is these guys are all different. Maybe they do have parts that remind me, there are parts of what Deon does that reminds me of Sammy as far as being able to get open downfield and have the big play capability. But also Deon, he's got some DeAndre Hopkins in him. He's a tough, physical kid. He whenever he gets across, in between those white lines, there's a competitive fire that reminds me a lot of Nuke whenever he was here. But the biggest thing, is again going back to kind of how we talk to our guys and how we get them to think is we don't want them to compare themselves to anybody. We want them to be worried about being the very best version of themselves. And so that's really what we talk about. But he definitely has some of the traits of several of the top talented guys that we've had in the past.
You've had several wide receivers come and make an immediate impact as freshmen. How much does that experience help you in bringing guys like Amari, especially T. Higgins, along, getting them acclimated?